Hello, my name is Suzanne Longstreet, and I'm a mindset and success coach. I'm also the CEO and founder of Pinkpreneurs. And today, for the Pinkpreneur Spotlight, I'm excited to have with me as my guest is Lorry Leigh Belhumeur. And she's going to tell you a little bit about the large organization that she's running, as well as the new business that she's starting. So tell us a little bit about that, Lorry.
Well, I run a very large nonprofit organization that provides mental health, a full range of mental health services for children, youth, and families. And so right now we are on lockdown, if you will, here with the COVID-19 urgency and emergency. And mental health services, believe it or not, are considered essential services during this time. And in fact, we notice that now more than ever, parents really need support to help manage the behaviors, because they're in the homes. A lot of them, the schools are out and kids are at home. And so I have about 300 employees that we are out and about, not out and about in the community, but providing telehealth. We've converted and pivoted in providing telehealth for these families. And we also do have some clinics where the doors are open. So one of the things we're really challenged with right now is making sure that as a workforce, we're staying healthy, that we have a good mindset, and that we're also an example for how to really take care of ourselves, to keep ourselves healthy, but also because we get to be the support and encouragement for these families, again, now more than ever. So one of the things we've done there is we're meeting, we just shifted our business practice. We're meeting virtually. I'm meeting virtually with my team of 10 every single morning, checking in and just prioritizing everything and just figuring out ways that we can structure our day and work remotely when we're not really typically accustomed to doing that. So that is really, what we're doing. Again, how I pivoted with running 300 employees is to really meet, check in every day. We have an action plan. So here are the things, the most important thing we're going to accomplish today. We're checking in the morning, and then every morning just making sure that we're looking at that action plan for the things that need to get done. So
we are absolutely looking to leaders like you to keep yourself positive so that you can motivate your team because you are absolutely out in the community.
Right,
helping
right,
people.
Exactly. And so what I'm doing in that setting is really holding space every single morning, checking in. How is everyone doing? How are we doing? And really making sure that we're supported, we receive support so that we can be the leaders for the rest of the organization. Okay. And so, yes. And so compartmentalizing that, also saying there's a beginning and the end of the day for that job. And then, as you know, I have this other hat.
Yeah, tell us about that.
Oh, it's so amazing. So I have an online class called Mastering Resilience. And boy, oh boy, are we building that resilience muscle now, right? So that's an online course, and it's a monthly lesson and a monthly Q&A. And as part of that course, there's a daily check-in. Mm-hmm. And what we've done recently is, and this is just, from the women that have been in the group saying, this is the most important thing, is to really begin the day in gratitude. And so there's literally a day, every day, Monday through Friday, a phone call in the morning, and we get to be in the state of gratitude, not lip service saying, oh yes, I'm grateful and here are the words, but actually experiencing the gratitude, the things that we're grateful for, naming those things in a group community, really honoring what everybody is grateful for. So we actually get in that state of gratitude. And then in addition to that, we each get to identify the quality that we're going to step into today in order to be the best version of ourselves.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Yes. So every day. And so it just happened as a, it was one of the things that we were doing in the Mastering Resilience course, was meeting on a daily basis, again, around accountability, and it evolved into this gratitude practice. And now that's what I offer to other people, just the gratitude call in the morning, just to start the day off. And it's just been amazing. It's been amazing. I've just watched the shift of toward positivity. The women that are on the call in the morning now, they come on, you see them, they're all beaming. It's like, and it's just been really amazing. Before we were not quarantined, but before we were sheltered at home,
Yes.
I used to go to the gym every morning, really early in the morning. And I would find myself, as I'm driving back to the house, just myself feeling in a state of gratitude, just so looking forward to that call every single morning. And it just, I've noticed it in myself, the shift, toward just energetically, being more positive. And also, we don't have to look far to find the things that we're grateful for. And one of the things that has been coming up is that some people have expressed that they're grateful for this adversity.
Really? Tell us about that.
Isn't that something? Because one of the things that we talk about in my Mastering Resilience class is that adversity is both, B.O.T.H, both good. It has good and not so good qualities, right? Mm-hmm. And B.O.T.H is also a bold opportunity to heal. So it's a whole system that we go through in Mastering Resilience, where we acknowledge that adversity is a bold opportunity to heal.
That's
and I love your cat.
This is Ninja, everybody.
I have a very noisy, talkative cat also, who's on the other side of my door right now.
As we started, I thought I should have closed the door.
No, that's okay. Lovely. I love cats. So anyway, so it's really that bold opportunity to heal, and it's looking at adversity and seeing the nuggets, the goodness, the positive things that can come out of it. And sometimes, this adversity that we're experiencing now, lots of times we have an overreaction of emotion. Like, it's almost out of proportion, the emotion that we have. Yeah. And when we feel that and it's out of proportion like that, it's almost a guarantee that it's a trigger for something that we get to heal from the past.
Oh,
right?
How fabulous. Could you say that again? I absolutely love that. The
yes.
thing that's happening now is a trigger from the thing we have to heal.
Yes. And so it's a bold opportunity to heal.
Love that.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, I've had experiences, and actually even one recently where I had an experience where I'm in a relationship with someone who's kind of in a position of authority. I'm answerable to this person for something. I'm accountable to this person. And sometimes when people are in a position of authority, they can do things that remind us of, the parenting we had in the past, right? Yeah. And so something's going on recently, and I just got through this. And so I was like, I'm having an out of proportion reaction. I'm triggered. These feelings I'm experiencing right in this moment, they're way out of proportion for this relationship and this experience here. So what's going on? And I always, when that happens, I'm like, this is, yes, it's adversity. There's some adversity there. It's a bold opportunity to heal. And it was like, I had this curiosity around it. Like, why is that triggering me? What's going on? Why am I having this energy, in reaction to this person that really feels like I'm a child, but I'm not. I'm you know, a 60-something-year-old woman, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
at the
that's
same
exactly what I
time, it was, yeah, at the same time. So then there's that again, and I just look at it from that perspective. So it's adversity that's happening. It's a bold opportunity to heal. It's an opportunity for me to look at both the good and the not so good, and then relate it to the experience that I had when I was younger, and just kind of talk myself through it again with that curiosity. You know, what are the things I'm telling myself about myself? What are the thoughts I'm having about this? Where do I feel it in my body? You know,
Yeah.
just all those things that you know you do as a mindset coach, you know, that you walk people through. And so anyway, so the point I was making is that some of the women in the group are acknowledging that the adversity they're experiencing now is a bold opportunity to heal. They're seeing the good that's coming out of it. There's a term that some of us use where the adversity is like, or, you know, is like heavenly sandpaper. You know, and it's just rubbing us, it's refining us, it's making us, you know, a better person, or, you know, whatever. And so it feels kind of rough, it doesn't feel great, but we can acknowledge that there's good on the other side
I
of it. So,
love that, Lori. And I think, and I know what a lot of people are dealing with is what's going to happen tomorrow. And so,
right.
yeah. And so when we have that adversity, instead of, or that fear, we're just going to call it that. Instead of
Yes.
having that feeling and just shoving it down or eating it down or drinking it
Right.
down or doing it down, whatever, it's really to go in and, okay, what is this bringing up? I love that you're connecting with your body, your thoughts, your everything. Because, you know, we're waiting to find out what's going on with my husband's job. And we went to a place of, okay, let's go to the worst case scenario. Job's gone and you can't get benefits. What are you going to do? He goes, I'm going to the grocery store. I'm going to go get a job. I'm like, great. So we're going to be fine.
Exactly. I think it's like, acknowledge the feeling, acknowledge whatever it is, whether it's fear or whatever. You're absolutely right. Pushing it down just makes it worse. You know, if you get something under your skin, you try to push it down under the skin, it gets under the skin, it's going to fester.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to get infected, right? So it's like, let it out, acknowledge it, and acknowledge it with that curiosity. Like, just like, be curious about, like, what am I afraid of? What are the words? What are the, you know, again, where do I feel it in my body? And just approach it with a curiosity, and just let it flow right through. And that's part of the healing process.
I love that. That's so beautiful. So how do we get in touch with you if we're interested in the Mastering Resilience program or course?
Well, there's a real quick webinar that explains the step-by-step process of mastering resilience and the process that we go through, and that's at masteringresilience.com.
Okay.
And so that's easy peasy, and that is the best way to reach me. We also have a Mastering Resilience Facebook group. So you can just type in Mastering Resilience in the Facebook group and ask to come in there. And that's where I interact with just people who are curious about mastering resilience and all of that. And from time to time, I share when my course is, you know, coming up and things like that. So
that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Any last bits of advice for us as we go through these times?
Well, you know, I think it goes back to, I think the bit of advice would be in gratitude. Like, begin your day in gratitude. Whether you have your own gratitude practice, you know, one of the things that we do on the daily gratitude is we put it out, we declare it, we say what we're grateful for, we put it out there that way. We allow ourselves to actually experience the feeling of gratitude, not just a word that we say. And then at the end of the call, we all write it down. So that's the other thing, is that when you are challenging yourself to be in gratitude, and you're feeling it, you're declaring it, you're saying it, and you're writing it down. It's using different parts of your brain. And so you're more likely to really be able to anchor that in every single day. And so that's what I would just encourage people to do, is to have that. And, you know, I don't know how you let them get a hold of me, but if they're interested in hearing more about that daily gratitude practice, I would say, let's see, what's the best way? Can I just give my email address? Is that,
Yeah, why don't you
is that
tell
okay?
me? Yeah, well, I'll post it in the comments.
Perfect.
Oh yeah,
There we go.
I'll post your email. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you
would be
so
the
much.
great. So just let me know about that, and we'll just figure that all out. Okay.
I love that, and thank you, Lori. I particularly like the gratitude focus, because when we focus on what's good in our lives, our blessings, or what we appreciate and gratitude, then we're scanning the environment all the time for it.
Yes, that's exactly right. And we're creating new memories around that as well. And it's not, it's, some people say, oh, that's just a Pollyanna kind of thing. It's not like that at all. We're not saying don't acknowledge that bad things are happening.
Yeah.
It's that in the face of things, negative things that are happening, that's the truth that's happening right now. You're worried about, or you're concerned, you have something's going on with your husband's job right now. That doesn't mean don't acknowledge that. It means also really just focus on the things that we're grateful for. And boy, oh boy, that energetically will help you stay in positivity, which is, what this is all about, right?
Love it. Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
You are so welcome.